All, thanks for being with me. I'm going to talk a little bit today about the reasons why Trump should be dumped. Now, I could probably issue you with about 30 or 40 reasons why he should be, and I've done that in the past. So now I'm going to talk about one particular instance whereby it is evident that this man has no idea about policy, about what he's talking about. He's just got this one focus, and the one focus, ironically, if that's such a thing in this sense, but certainly is that how terrible America is. So I'm going to play a short clip of Trump being asked a question about childcare. Now, many of you may have already seen this. I don't know whether your response was the same as mine, but when it comes to policy, Trump has no idea, no intellectual curiosity, no understanding of core issues that impact the most vulnerable people in his community. And particularly around childcare, which is an issue which impacts, I don't know whether it's 3/4 of the population or what it is, but it certainly affects a number of people in the US and is a concern to them because of the simple expense that's required in order to have a child looked after while a parent or both parents are working. But Trump doesn't seem to give a damn. He's never ever thought about the issue, doesn't consider it as important at all, and as a result, this is the type of answer he chooses to give. What's this? Let me know. I'll just play the whole lot, probably without interrupting it, but let me know what you think.
And the final question, Resma, is to you.
Thank you. President Trump, you talked about how the increase in the price of food, gas, and rent is hurting families. But the real cost that's breaking families' backs and preventing women from participating in the workforce is childcare. Childcare is now more expensive than rent for working families and is costing the economy more than $122 billion a year, making it one of the most urgent economic issues that is facing our country. In fact, the cost of childcare is outpacing the cost of inflation, with the majority of American families of young children spending more than 20% of their income on childcare. One thing that Democrats and Republicans have in common is that both parties talk a lot about what they're going to do to address the childcare crisis, but neither party has delivered meaningful change. If you win in November, can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And if what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Well, I would do that, and we're sitting down. I was we had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue, but I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, because look, childcare is childcare.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, this is about as profound as Donald Trump gets. Childcare is childcare. It's as simple as that.
It's something you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get...
Not at all interested in what she quoted some figures which were quite outstanding in terms of the expense that people are having to put up with to pay for childcare. That has gone completely over Trump's head, has no idea what in the hell, no empathy, no understanding whatsoever as to how this is impacting middle-class families in particular.
Used to it very quickly, and it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including childcare, that it's going to take care. We're going to have,
So therefore, childcare doesn't matter because the other numbers, whatever they might be, whatever waffle he's talking about, who knows, is certainly far more important than taking care of families.
Look forward to having no deficits within a fairly short period of time, coupled with the reductions that I told you about on waste and fraud and all of the other things that are going on in our country, because I have to stay with childcare. I want to stay with childcare, but those numbers are small.
I want No, you're not staying with childcare. You've got no idea what they're talking about. You have no concept of the impact that childcare has on everyday families. You just do not know. It would have been helpful if you just said, I don't know, move on to the next question. But instead, he made a fool of himself.
Relative to the kind of economic numbers that I'm talking about, including growth, but growth also headed up by what the plan is that I just told you about. We're going to be getting in trillions of dollars, and as much as child care is talked about as being expensive,
I like the way, in amongst the answer, he somehow thinks that mentioning the word childcare a number of times makes his answer relevant. And it clearly doesn't.
Relatively speaking, not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take care of its people, and then we'll worry about the rest of the world. Let's help other people. But we're going to take care of our country first. This is about America first. It's about make America great again. We have to do it because right now we're a failing nation. So we'll take care of it. Thank you. Very good question. Thank you.
So I thought I'd play it to the end then, because it fascinated me at this forum on economics that Trump had no idea what he was talking about anything for that matter. But at the end, they applauded him as if he's some sort of hero. Look, folks, the man has no interest whatsoever in the middle class, lower class, anybody else but himself. And the fact that you cheer him on is about your own self-interest. You're interested in the tax cuts he's going to give you, nothing more. You don't care about the fact that he's an idiot and that he should not be standing for presidency again. In fact, you would be better off dumping him and choosing somebody else who is in more accord with your general principles. Now, you could have somebody, for example, who decides to give you all the tax cuts that you want, but has at least some empathy and understanding about the suffering that other people are going through. Donald Trump is a narcissist, psychopath, sociopath, so he has no understanding about the needs that other people have at all. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and please remember to subscribe to my channel, ring the bell for further notifications, doing whatever you need to do in order to improve my coverage. So thanks very much for being with me, everybody. Take care, look after yourselves, and more importantly, be safe.